Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright, now so here's a video that was put together by my good friend ANDREY SLOAN. There will be a link to ANDREY's channel in the description, and I'm asking those of you that are not familiar with ANDREY's channel, go check it out. I know you will subscribe. Now ANDREY put out a video last night in reference to Impact Media. Impact Media, you know those fools that they go running around looking like terrorists, masked up and all that, harassing people at the post office as well as restaurants. Okay, now let me also comment that I made an error in stating that the individual here who got knocked out was Lizard Media. Well, let me just say that I've been communicating with People's Media. It's another individual out in Cali that's recording events dealing with police and so on. And let me say, People's Media are not frauditors, okay, but they make their living documenting, let's call it documenting events going on in Cali. Now, he is familiar with the individuals here, Impact Media. They've been running around the area harassing businesses for a while now. Again, I say I made an error in stating that it was Lizard Media who got knocked out. No, it's Long Beach Observer who got knocked out on his ass. Ho, ho! And we, for those of you familiar with Long Beach Observer, I think we could all agree he deserved it. Now, again, I say for those of you that, unfortunately, the video got age restricted on my channel because I know I said a bunch of things there, unalive, the other way of saying unalive, a bunch of things that came back and bit me in my ass, okay? But I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, got to see that video of Long Beach Observer getting knocked out on his ass. Now, I'm asking you guys, the reason I'm putting this video up is because immediately ANDREY putting this video exposing Impact Media, as we all know, these frauditors don't want their info out there, and these individuals splattering their faces with no mask, well, they ran to YouTube and hit ANDREY with a bunch of privacy strikes. Ain't that some shit? Again, I say, these individuals who say they're fighting for transparency, okay, and freedom of press, okay, well, again, I'm asking for you guys to go on Impact's channel, report his damn channel, damn it. That channel should be taken off of social media. All they do is go out there and they're promoting violence, damn it, violence. I say no more. Let me know your thoughts on this video, guys, and don't forget to go visit ANDREY's channel, and I'll see you in the next video.
Well, hello, everyone out there. How are all of you doing out there in YouTube land tonight? Well, welcome back to the channel for some more craziness in the world of frauditing. So I have had many requests to do a video on this group, and I have done hours upon hours of research on this trio of frauditors. And I've had some great help from a special person on Reddit who shall remain nameless so that they don't get harassed. But this trio is known for illegally videotaping at post offices and assaulting people who dare to question what they're doing. This takes place throughout San Diego County in California. That's right. I'm talking about the Rankins. Well, mostly Rankins. One of them has a different last name. Now, the leader of the group, Conrad Jack Rankin of Impact Media. Then we have Nick Rankin, who incidentally is not Conrad's son. He's known as Simple Media. And I guess he changed his channel to Sheeple News now, or Sheeple Media, or something like that. And he is a nephew, not a son. Though, you know, it may feel more like he's a son, as Conrad has been raising him since a very young age. And lastly, we have Alex Fulton of Lizard Media, another nephew, not a son. Again, it may feel a lot more like that he's a son because Conrad has raised him since a young age. Anyways, there is a lot to go over, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize for this video being as long as it's going to be. So let's get right into this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I really don't even know where to start. since there is so much information to give you. I guess I can start with, I really blame the leader of this group, the oldest, who is Impact Media, Conrad Jack Rankin. He's known as Uncle Jack, or I've heard him referred to as Papa Jack. But again, Rankin has been raising his sister's kids since they were very young. So I'm sure the relationship feels a little different from what it really actually is if he's raised them. So Papa Jack is leading these two young 20-somethings astray. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, both boys are of age, as I said. So Conrad Jack Rankins is not as transparent or upfront with his audience or his subscribers. So let's tell them a little bit about Conrad Rankin. I have never heard mention of Conrad's felony conviction back in 1998 when he was convicted of theft and did 18 months in prison in Arizona. Remember those times, Conrad? Do you recognize this picture here, Conrad? Why are you hiding that fact from your viewers? But I do have to give you kudos for staying out of trouble for it looks like 24 years now, with no more arrests or convictions that I can find on you in the Southwest. So let's go into the next thing I found very interesting about Papa Jack and him wanting transparency. Once I had his name, I ran his name and info, and I had his address. I went to look at his house to see what it would look like. And guess what? Here you go right here, folks. This is how transparent these three want to be. They somehow got Google to blur out their home, well, which used to be their home, because now, a little birdie has told me that they have moved up to Los Angeles. But I'm probably, they're probably leeching off of more family members up there instead of, all four of them. Yeah, there's another part of this family that's going to completely blow your people's minds. Anyway, there's four of them in the family who could all get legit jobs, pool their money together, and have a really nice place to live, and yada yada. Now, maybe the reason they wanted their home blocked on Google is because their side yard looked like this at one time. Now, I don't know. I just think it's pretty hypocritical of someone to not worry about photographs in public. They're telling people don't worry about them taking photographs in public, but, oh no, not my house, though. So typical of frauditor behavior, though, right? So I dug some more into Conrad's history, and seems like he likes to be self-employed, and he likes to work outside. Now, there's nothing wrong with that or with the type of work he was doing. It's an honest day's job, and you really can see the difference, when you're done, when you complete your job. But you know what, I think I should be calling him Jack instead of Conrad, because I think he goes by Jack. Anyways, but Jack, you have to get up out of bed, and you have to go to work. You have to go to the place on time and on the right day. Now, here's 3 written complaints on Conrad Rankin's business, as you can see. People are not at all happy about how he advertised his business. They didn't like that he wouldn't answer someone and didn't like that they had paid him up front for services and only half of the job ended up getting done. Now, if I did those photos too fast, you feel free to stop and read the whole comment before you come back. But, well, then there is where Jack's world got very, very, very weird, folks. Now, I don't know how they met, but Jack married Kylie Paige Porciuncula, who in another world in the Philippines was a man. Yes, that's, yeah. He was born a man. He was born John Red Wadian Porciuncula. This transgender queen from the Philippines has actually helped him raise the 3 kids from his sister, who they stayed with Jack And it looks like that's about from 10 years ago. So then it would seem Conrad and Kylie became swingers of some sorts and advertised on a website for quote-unquote friends. Then you tell me what you think of this ad right here that Jack put on a website. They're looking for men to date his transgender wife. Now, were times tough back in 2017 and they needed some money? And this was really a prostitution ad? You guys let me know what you think of the ad. You know, maybe this was just a swingers ad for the two of them. I'm not 100% sure. You let me know what you think. Then, in January of this year, Conrad Jack Rankin created his business, Impact Media LLC. Yes, he's licensed it. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be incorporating the two boys channels, but the only one that is listed on the license is Impact Media, which is Jack's. Now, Jack describes his channel on YouTube that watch as people get educated. How are they educating anyone when they're filming exclusively at post offices where they're not supposed to be, wearing disguises that completely hides their identity, and try to explain? They don't try to explain anything. And then they up and become physical, and or I have even seen them OC spray quite a few people. Now, I mean, look at Conrad's shirt right here. It's in the saying that's on the front of it. If you don't want a sarcastic answer, don't ask a stupid question. Oh, yeah, that's really inviting to a person that you're filming in the post office to start a conversation with you, about what you're doing, you dipshit. Now, Jack almost never becomes, if you watch these videos, he never becomes involved in the physical confrontations. And as a felon, he can't carry or use OC spray in California. That's why he just stands back. So let's get to the last thing that Jack Rankin has been hiding from his audience and subscribers, and that is the fact that he's broke. He's 100% broke, folks, despite claims that he's rich and or retired that they like to claim in their videos, like this right here.
You have jobs? No, we're retired. We don't need them anymore.
This is just an absolute lie. When people challenge these three to get a job instead of standing around at a post office all day long and trying to trigger someone into a confrontation that will lead to a big incident that they can videotape and then sell on YouTube. But yes, Rankin is broke and is or was living with relatives, as they claimed on their form. Now, earlier this year, I discovered that Conrad Jack Rankin and Kylie Paige Rankin had filed for bankruptcy in March, and that it was finalized in July. I shared that information with some people, and I believe it was the Lucid Dream that made a video about it, saying he's nowhere near as rich as he claims. So anyways, so far as being rich or so well off that he's retired, that is complete bullshit, as you can see here with their filing for bankruptcy. I'm not going to go into the dollar amounts or how much they owed or what they believe, as I believe just exposing the bankruptcy itself is going to be enough to show that he's a liar and a con man. And of course, if you're going to frauditard, you have to lie to do it. So the other two members of this group, of this trio, do not have quite the history that Jack does. But both are in their early 20s. I guess we just have to give them some time, and maybe they'll make up for it. Actually, honestly, I hope both of them will learn from this recent arrest that they had and give up this frightening bullshit altogether, or find a different way to do it so that you're not having violent confrontations every single time you go out to videotape. Like this right Of Alex and Nick's previous physical incidents where they've OC'd sprayed so many people, and they've pushed people around and actually assaulted them, is all culminated into the coup, what do they call it, coup de grace, there we go. Did I say that right? Anyways, about 2 weeks ago, they ganged up on an elderly black gentleman, as you saw in the video, along with their brain-dead friend, Long Beach observer, Ismael Alejandro Davila. He's also known by the nickname Isa, where they threw this elderly man to the ground, and then the two boys, Nick and Alex, punched and kicked this guy in the head. They went just too far this time, emboldened because they've always been getting away with all of the other assaults that they've done in the past. Their response was just not appropriate, folks. I mean, it was not proportional with a 3-on-1 fight. And that's why all three were arrested this time. While Jack, the leader, stood back and didn't do anything after he did all the instigating to start the incident. Now, Long Beach observer Ismael Davila did not like being exposed on the internet, and he ended up deleting his YouTube page immediately. He deleted his TikTok channel immediately, and even his Facebook page. So anyways, Jack has said that they're going to take a break for a couple of weeks, which of course they are, with the trio, or two of the trio facing assault charges. God, I hope they're felony charges, just to really get them. Anyways, Conrad, or Jack, says they are going to come back with a different type of content in the future. Does that mean they're going to leave the post offices alone, which they never should have been at or allowed to be at in the first place? Or, because case law shoots down their whole theory that post offices are public property and open to the freedom of expression that they were conducting at the post offices. Anyways, so let's talk about Lizard Media, Alex Fulton, who turned 23 years old just a couple of days ago on the 8th. Oops, did I give up his birthday? Oh, well. Anyways, Alex is the older of the two brothers. He ended up with Conrad somehow, and I'm told it had to do with his mother having some major issues several years ago. And then she moved in with Jack, and then when she left, she ended up leaving Alex there with him. Now, Alex also claims he just wants to educate people, as you can see right here. Watch as people get educated about their rights. As I said to the moron Jack, how are you educating people when you're being sarcastic with them? Not truly explaining what you're doing, assaulting them, and even OC spraying them.
Us, and I'm telling you to stop harassing me. Step the fuck back.
Why are you yelling at me?
Step the fuck back because you're harassing us. Step the fuck back.
You're cussing at me.
Step the fuck back because I'm allowed to. Step the fuck back.
He's using his First Amendment.
Why?
Step back.
You're threat. I feel like you're threatening.
Step back. Step back.
I feel like I'm being.
Step back.
You're threatening him by being in his space, so
I'm calm.
jackass.
I'm calm.
It doesn't matter.
That's all right. I'm gonna call Mike over here. He was sitting right around the corner.
Yeah,
Call him.
I'm pressing charges on you.
Call him.
Step the back because you're harassing us. Step the back. You're cussing us. Step the back because I'm allowed to. Step the back. Step back. I feel like you're step back. Step back. I feel like I'm being step back.
So Alex has had a little more contact with the police, says he has 2 vehicle and traffic tickets. Nothing major, ladies and gentlemen. But add that along with his arrest for assault at the post office in the past couple weeks there, he's starting his pedigree. I'm not sure of the actual charge that they got that day because I'm too cheap to pay the $5 to the Los Angeles County that they want for me to see his court records. I don't know. Maybe I should just cough up the money to see the actual charges and when their next court date will be. Now, with his young age, there just doesn't seem to be a lot of information out there on the young man at the moment who is 23. Now, the real information was with the fraudulent leader of the pack, Conrad Jack Rankin. All right, and lastly, we have the youngster of the group, the baby, Nick Red Rankin of Simple Media, which the channel is now gone and has been for a little while. Apparently, at one point, Nick changed the name of the channel to Sheeple News or Sheeple Media or some damn thing. But I can't find that channel anywhere on YouTube, and I'm told it's not there anymore. Now, Nick has always been a willing participant in all the activity going on, including the assaults. So I don't know why he deleted his channel. There was nothing I could find in Nick's background until his recent arrest for the gang assault at the post office. He seems to be squeaky clean. Now, many times in their videos, when things are becoming heated, you have heard them lie and say that Nick is underage. While I can't show his whole birthday or YouTube, hateful bots will cancel the whole damn video. But the truth is, Nick was born in March of 2004, so he's 20 years old enough to reap the punishment for what he sows. Now, Nick has done some traveling to the Philippines, as you can see him here in a family photo with Kylie Rankin. On Nick's Facebook page there, if I seem to recall, and I believe there was a photo of him going to school over there. He was like sitting with a textbook or something. I could be wrong, for I am an old man and I am on some medication. Anyhow, at one point it looks like Nick wanted to be a model. Here's a couple pictures from his Facebook page that look like photo shoot style pictures. Who knows? But I think it's a much better option for him than being a frauditor who's going to get arrested a bunch of times in his frauditing career. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the craziness of the Rankins trio. It seems only the elder leader of the group has any real interesting history for us to shake our head in disappointment at. Now, if you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up icon to let me know you enjoyed the content. If you're not a member of this channel, please hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified of all the new content as it comes out in the future.